We are live. Whoops. Hang on a second, everybody. Let me pull that down. I was doing some stuff. I was multitasking while I was waiting to go live with you folks for the intro to get in. My name is Alan Roberts. I hope you are all having a fabulous day. I hope I'm having a fabulous day. I hope today is going to be amazing because I hope today is the day that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. becomes the head of the HHS, because that is a huge step towards making America healthy again. And in the light of that, I thought, since one, today's the day, and two, Mark and I are the first people that started using the phrase "make America healthy again." I thought that we should talk about why exactly we should make America healthy again, beyond the fact that it's just the more empathetic thing to do. I know that a lot of people accuse me of being a horrible person. I don't like anybody, and that I'm super mean and everything like that, because nothing's meaner than the truth, right? But what I wanted to say is that I want everybody to be healthy. I do. I don't. If you think what I say is mean, that means you're internalizing it. And don't get me wrong, I say some mean shit, funny shit. You know, like I try to be mean funny. That's what I do. That's how I was raised. I'm a Generation X guy. Me and my friends used to sit around drinking beer when I was in my early 20s, fucking saying the meanest, nastiest shit we could to each other before the fucking internet was born. So your audio video is skipping. Not on my end. So I'm not sure what to say about it. So I hope it's fixed for you. I don't know. But it doesn't appear that way for me, and it looks like I have, full bars. So I hope it works out for you. If it's on my end, my apologies. If not, I don't know what to do, because it looks like I'm doing just fucking fine right now. But I thought we would go straight to the CDC and take a look at a few of the reasons why it's an actual issue. Whoops, that's still again on my X account, and that's not where I want it to be. That is, by the way, in case you're wondering, that is people commenting on, I want us to make fat jokes great again. So you can go to my X account at any given time you want and look for this post. It's said make fat jokes great again, and leave your best fat joke underneath, because I think that that's important, because it's all good. Anyway, it's not skipping for everybody else. Good to hear. That's what I thought. But all right, so let's go. This is a fact sheet straight from the CDC. And by the way, they have changed this fact sheet a lot over the course of the last couple of years, because very frankly, it shows that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. How you doing, CDC? I just thought I'd add that, because you guys really don't know what the fuck you're doing, apparently. You either, and that is me being nice, because the CDC is either completely inept and totally fucking moronic about their decisions, or they're just wanting to make America sick. Okay, because it is literally called the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And I would love for any of you to show me what diseases they have controlled or prevented, because we have skyrocketing obesity, skyrocketing chronic illness, skyrocketing mental illness. How are they controlling or preventing anything? Yet we're supposed to trust these bitches. It's always been the comical thing for me that just cannot be fucking trusted. They simply can't. So this is their website. The impact of chronic disease in America, 90%. And I don't know if you guys can't, let me blow the lettering up on all these things a little bit. There we go. That might be a little better. Okay, so the impact of chronic disease in America, 90% of the nation's 4.5 trillion in annual healthcare expenditures are for people with chronic and mental conditions. Interventions to prevent and manage these diseases can have a significant health and economic impact. It's wild that we don't really have interventions for this, because the intervention would be to prevent. There's no prevention. There is no prevention. They're not preventing any fucking thing. They are treating as it occurs. A lot of times they are causing the issue with the treatment from something else that has occurred. Often. So I believe this is the health and economic benefits of chronic disease intervention. Chronic diseases are the leading cause of illness, disability, and death in the United States. You'd think we would actually be really trying to make America healthy again already. It's amazing to me that there are senators sitting in Washington right now trying to stop somebody from becoming HHS secretary, basically so they can keep America sickly. It's fucking wild to me. Absolutely wild. Like the man says, make America healthy again. And all of a sudden, which I've been saying for years, by the way, we have t-shirts from 3 years ago, but then they lose their minds. Oh my God, it's so horrible. It's because they're all being paid for by the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. They all, like the Democrats, all take money from it. The pharmaceutical industry owns the Democratic Party. As a former Democrat, okay, as a former Democrat, and literally somebody that was a healthcare executive who helped write hundreds of millions of dollars in budgets over the course of my tenure in the healthcare industry. Trust. It's not about your health. It's about money. It's about money. Otherwise, they would actually be trying to prevent this stuff. They're also the leading drivers of our nation's $4.5 trillion in annual healthcare costs. CDC funds partners to use proven interventions that that improve quality of life. They don't actually, like, I would love to go to the preventions here. Proven chronic disease interventions can be cost effective. Cost effectiveness recognizes that the cost of the intervention is worthwhile in terms of long-term life and better quality of life. Read more about this high cost, blah, 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 all this bullshit. And this is what they make you jump through hoops to find it. Jump through fucking hoops of each individual one. Notice, okay, so this is the interventions for chronic conditions. Breast cancer, cervical cancer, colorectal cancer, skin cancer, diabetes, blood pressure, oral disease, tobacco use. Notice how there wasn't cardiovascular disease or obesity on either of these. Notice, right? So we can also go to this. This is the health and economic benefits of high blood pressure intervention. Look at it. It's, oh my God, half of the United States have high blood pressure. Half of the United States have high blood pressure. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something that most people completely ignore. About 10 years ago, or about 8 years ago, and back, the kind of line for high blood pressure as seen by the medical industry was 130/90, for blood pressure. And now they changed that to 120/80. And you know what that does? That gets a whole shit ton of fucking people on high blood pressure medication, because most people are somewhere in the 110 to 120 range and the 70 to 80 range when they are healthy. It's the same thing as how they look at cholesterol levels. 20 years ago, somebody with a cholesterol level of a total cholesterol of 350, there was no fucking problem, because cholesterol doesn't cause heart disease. Cholesterol is actually one of the major things that your body goddamn needs. So it's basically they're facilitating our ill health. This is why we need to make America healthy again, because the CDC has been a captured organization for a long motherfucking time. Let's see. Oh, we'd like your feedback. My feedback to you, CDC, is that you suck. So more than 38 million Americans of all ages have diabetes, and 98 million adults are at high risk. So by high risk, that means they are pre-diabetic, which the high risk pre-diabetic, that's enough for them to start giving you metformin. I will suggest that this is very serious. Before you go on metformin, try alchemy. NC2, berberine, it's been shown clinically, NC2 and berberine have been shown to both reverse type 2 diabetes and diabetes. Notice how they don't say that diabetes is the most expensive chronic condition in the United States. That's because they get you on the fucking daily on multiple medications. Lifestyle changes and good self-care can help people stay well and avoid costly complications. They can also reverse type 2 diabetes. They don't say that, but they can. 38 million people of all ages have type 2, of the population of diabetes, 98 million adults. 98 million adults. I hate how they have to put adults, because now we have children with type 2 diabetes, because sugar is a fucking poison, basically, that we market to children. Diabetes complications are increasing in young adults ages 18 to 44 and middle-aged adults ages 45 to 64. Diabetes is more common among American Indian or Alaskan Native, non-Hispanic Black, Hispanic, and Asian people, in the non-Hispanic white people. I wonder if there's any correlation with vitamin D about that. I'm going to have to look that up. It just popped in my head. Nearly 1 in 5 adolescents aged 12 to 18 and 1 in 4 young adults 19 to 34 have pre-diabetes. That is a fucking complete failure. We should literally wipe out the entire healthcare industry based on that alone and fucking go with it. The high cost of diabetes. The annual cost of diabetes is $413 billion, making it the most expensive chronic condition in our nation. 1 out of every 4 U.S. healthcare cost dollars in spending is for caring for people with diabetes. $304 billion is spent each year on direct medical costs, another $106 billion on reducing reduced productivity. 61% of diabetes costs are for adults ages 65 and older, which, by the way, you don't need, like, if you take care of yourself, you don't get diabetes most of the time. It's not like it doesn't run in your family normally. Like, yes, type 1 diabetes is a genetic disorder and can run in their family. And the difference is type 1 diabetes, the body doesn't even produce insulin. The problem with type 2 diabetes, they shouldn't even be called the same disease. That's the fucked up thing. They shouldn't both be called diabetes, because one is insulin resistance and the one is the lack of insulin produced by the body. They're two very fucking different things. Type 1 diabetics have no goddamn choice. There's literally nothing they can fucking do about it. And then even with that shit, we've got like 6 type 1 diabetics right now in our coaching that are mostly managing it through food and intervention, with their slow acting insulin being the only thing that they're taking. And then they're weaning down on that too, because they're looking out for their lifestyle. But type 2 diabetes is self-inflicted 99-point-something% of the time. It is literally you face fuck yourself with sugar and ultra palatable, high processed foods to the point where you give yourself non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and then you cause your pancreas to fucking have to just be shit tonning out insulin all the time, and you cause your body to be insulin resistant. Good job. 48 to 64% of lifetime medical costs for a person with diabetes are for the complications related to diabetes, such as the heart disease or stroke, because diabetes also leads to heart disease, stroke, that sort of thing. Preventing type 2 diabetes, this is what I want to get to. While some risk factors for type 2 diabetes, such as family history or age, cannot be changed, others can be avoided by maintaining a healthy weight and being physically active. Why do we not say this to people, right? To help prevent or delay type 2 diabetes, CDC, National Diabetes Prevention Program, which obviously is not fucking working real well, right? Delivers an affordable, evidence-based lifestyle change program. Studies have shown that lifestyle change programs with focuses on healthy eating and physical activity can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by more than 50% for people at high risk. CDC and its partners are working to make the lifestyle change program available to more Americans. More than 750,000 adults have participated since March of 2024. Then why is it still going up? Then why is diabetes still going up? It's my honest question to all of you. And about obesity, the thing I talk about the most, right? So let's get to this. Obesity is a common, serious, and costly chronic disease. I hate the fact that we even call it a chronic disease, because obesity, one, looks different for every human being that's obese. But two, realistically, it's a self-inflicted disease. It is a self-inflicted condition. It is a condition of overconsumption 100% of the time. In America, in the United States, 1 in 5 children and 2 in 5 adults have obesity. I will argue that it is much higher than that. First of all, it's disgusting that 20% of children have obesity, yet alone the fact that those statistics were taken in 2018, before the great fattening of 2020, and also before, basically everybody just decided, like, hey, we can be fat and beautiful. Everybody golf clap for the fucking 400-pound person walking down the goddamn stage. Like, it's not attractive. It is not healthy. We need to do something about it. Stop fucking around. It's wild to me. And 2 in 5 adults have obesity. The statistic they always use is 42.5%. And just so everybody's aware, 42.5%, that was in 2017 numbers that was published in 2018 that they have just not done the new numbers on yet. Because if they did the new numbers on it, it would be very, very likely that it would be much, 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 much higher, probably in the 58 percentile range of people that would be considered obese. And that is just by BMI. If you, they're starting to switch over to what they call a body shape index or something like that. But if we just went by waist to height ratio, which is massively more predictive of chronic illness development and longevity than BMI, massively more. And it's more individualized too, because it's the person's individual waist to height ratio. And it captures people, it avoids capturing people that are just muscular than it does for people that are thin. Like, people can be actually in a healthy weight range and still be morbidly obese because they're built like Homer Simpson or Tess Holiday. I mean, Tess Holliday's enormous, but they're built like Homer Simpson. They got the big ass fucking pot belly, right? The big ass pot belly is visceral fat. That is the fat that's going to kill you more than the subcutaneous fat. Although having a ton of subcutaneous fat will eventually lead to your problems, and even having a normal waist to height ratio while at a like 250 pounds, like if you're a bodybuilder and you have 250 pounds of mass on you and you're my height, you're probably not going to live that long because your load-bearing joints are not going to be able to take it forever, and your heart was only meant to pump blood to so much fucking body. Just the truth, right? Especially because muscle is an active tissue, meaning it needs constant blood flow, especially while in use. But if we went by waist to height ratio, it would probably be 58 to 60% of the population is obese. I mean, as it was the average, and this is from 2018 also. In 2018, they took the waist circumference, average waist circumference and average height of men and women. And for men, the average weight was 199.9 pounds, and the average height was 5'9", and the average waist size, which, by the way, I'm 190 pounds at 5'9". So the average American male in 2018 outweighed me by 10 pounds. I'm just going to say that they're fat as fuck. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's obese, right? That's big pot belly, right? But for women, it was the average woman was 3.5 inches tall, weighed 170 some pounds, 170.6 pounds, and had a waist to height ratio of 0.601. That puts them at morbidly obese. So the average woman in 2018 in America was morbidly obese by waist to height ratio. They've just done nothing about it because Center for Disease Control and Prevention is actually just the government wing of the pharmaceutical companies. Just reality exists. So I thought, since we went over that, I thought I would do. I thought we would do just some Q&A. And again, one more time, if you are interested in our coaching specials, we have some coaching specials going on right here to make America healthy again. Hopefully, RFK will be confirmed. If he is not confirmed, we need to primary every single fucking person that did not fucking vote for him. Every single one. Erica, now. What do you mean now? Oh, Erica, here we go. Fortunately, if you make the diet and lifestyle changes, you can put that into remission. I was diagnosed with A1C of 8.8. Woo, that's fucking high. It was a lot of work to get it down to 5.5. Great job. Everybody can fucking congratulate her. That's a really good goddamn job. That's a really, really, really good job. Let's see. Any idea if there's going to do something about Novo Nordisk no longer manufacturing Levemir insulin? We need a biosimilar as type 1 diabetics since it's unique in our coverage profile. I have not read anything about it, but yes, you need a biosimilar or bioidentical is what they try to do. I have no idea. I did not know they stopped making it. Novo Nordisk is an evil fucking corporation. And the reason why they're not making that anymore is because they want to focus more on Ozempic and Wegovy and all the shit like that. So I did not even know that they weren't making it anymore. I heard a teacher complain about a student with ADHD whose IEP said he had to be rewarded and incentivized with candy, which of course was just make him worse. She should be complaining about that. And I would argue that child probably doesn't even have ADHD. I would argue that child probably has some sort of sugar addiction with hyperactive disorder, and sugar is exacerbating it. I would argue that. Me and Mark and I talked about this last night, I believe. There's so many people that are diagnosed with ADHD that don't actually have ADHD. It's like people don't get, like, the world's different to us, right? Like, I step into the woods and, like, my brain, it's like a symphony, you know? Like, I can just sit there and I can just, like, hear the birds, hear the leaves on the ground, hear the leaves in the trees, hear the wind flowing through it, hear all the animals, everything like that. And then I can open my eyes and the greens, the different colors, all the different animals and the colors and everything like that. It's like a symphony for my ADHD. It helps me like be fully encompassed in it, right? Like, we just see the world a little differently. ADHD is not, and I will say this a million times, I don't believe ADHD is an actual problem. ADHD is a phenotype. We were the hunters gatherers of that time. We were the people, like, we were the people that were able to focus on doing that shit, you know? Did you see the estimated 90 billion spent by government healthcare for ADHD in children per year? That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. First of all, they don't need to be medicated. If your child does have ADHD, if they're one of the children like I was, and I'm like, my brain works faster than my mouth, and I talk really fucking fast. But if I would have been, instead of being like sat down and be like, okay, calm down, like everybody learns their pace. If they would have just let me fucking go, I really wonder what would have happened, you know? I was just in a lecture called Food is Medicine, and there have been more deaths due to preventable diseases than combat-related deaths. Way more. Way more. It might have started with control prevention, but money and activism have corrupted the intent. I agree with that. I agree with that. I really do. Let's see here. Obesity is the most incredible cope of the body to keep you alive despite unhinged abuse. Very fucking well worded. People should thank being obese because they are still alive to do something about it. That's very true. I didn't see what his response was. I honestly haven't been watching. I mean, I will catch up on it all here in a little while. Mr. Raven, how you been? Yeah, I might give my students stickers for rewards. Candy as a reward is wild. It's fucking crazy. Did you see the fat woman suing Lyft? Yes, I did a video on it yesterday. I just bought a new walking pad with an incline. The workout is crazy. My legs hurt today. Good for you. Good for you. I would highly recommend getting one. That's awesome. Ellen paints with all the colors of the wind. Exactly. Seeing hypocrisy of leftists during RFK confirmation hearing is disgusting. It's going to just make more people like RFK got a lot of independents to vote for Trump. Reality. Okay. It is going to make this hearing is going to make a lot of Democrats become independents. It's so insane to me how it's happening. His response was basically that we should fund the health care of people who don't take their health. His response was basically, what should we fund the health care of people who don't take their health seriously? He used the example of smokers. It's what I've been saying. Like we shouldn't even fund that. They should pay for it 100% of their pocket. If you're not going to take your health seriously, why should I have to pay for it? Like why? Yeah, we shouldn't. I got you, man. I got you. I love my incline working pad. I think that's a great idea. I'm grabbing probably next month. I'm probably going to buy another spin bike because Crystal is going to start teaching spin classes, but she also has like twice a week on the app, I believe she does a walk / bike / whatever you want to do. Everybody just kind of tunes in and just puts their headphones on and walks and talks, or bikes and talks, or walks in place and talks, that sort of thing. Anyway, but like I said, folks, and by the way, Mark and I are going to be live on this channel probably about 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then evening rants tonight. And evening rants is going to be interesting because we should have like a full synopsis of the RFK hearing, which I'm very excited about. And I'm also excited about Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard tomorrow. So I would walk inside too. -44 in Winnipeg. God damn. Just think you guys might be a U.S. state here soon. Joking. It would actually help you guys a lot, but just joking. Anyway, I'm going to cut this a little short because I'm going to go cook some food and I'm going to eat a little early. Love that one with Crystal. Thank you very much. YouTube chat is weird. I know a lot of my messages didn't get through. Then Alan will pull up people's chats that don't even show up for me. That's weird, man. I'm very, very sorry to hear about that. YouTube hates me, and they hate people that comment for me. So, anywho, I hope all of you have a absolutely great day. We'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern time again. I hope to see you all then. Goddamn.
Let's talk about pre-workouts. See, a lot of them just get you spiked and then you crash. The crash is crazy. When I take a pre-workout, I don't want my heart beating out of my chest. I can't do a set to failure with that. No, I want something that gets me focused. I want my mind to just go, I'm gonna get all the weight. I want my body to feel like I can go crush it, make the gains of my life. That's why the pre-workout I use is Ambrosia Kinetic. Ambrosia Kinetic is the greatest mushroom-enhanced mind and body performance booster pre-workout ever created. Go to tigerfitness.com now. That's tigerfitness.com. Coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A, MAHA. MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And you get 10% off, not just Kinetic, but the entire site. Go to tigerfitness.com now, save and make the gains you've been wanting.